Yo, what's up, guys? Come on in, come on in. Yo, welcome. Morning, guys, morning. Not a bad start to the day, eh? It's a good day today. That's for sure. Welcome, guys. Love you guys. We're gonna keep working hard at NickCipher for you guys. I'm gonna be up, earlier, more often, doing these streams during the week. I got that Mike Perry stuff going on though, so this is probably one of the last, meaty streams for a little bit. Just because I have my trip and stuff, I gotta prioritize that. Good morning, guys. Bitcoin's kind of tripping. It's it's going up. It's still going up. Wow. You guys seeing what I'm seeing? This is amazing. Yeah, even the volume weighted average price is having a hard time keeping up with this thing. Where's that spider line at, Jacob? Hell yeah. I got food here too. Do you guys mind I eat with you? And I just wanted to just pop on and be a part of this, but I did get my breakfast, so I'm probably gonna be eating. I got these giant burritos. And I think Miss Teen Crypto pumped the price. Her birthday is the only reason the shit stayed above 50K. Damn, this shit's mooning. Yeah, we definitely had a down channel. This is just a bear flag. You had all these pencil necks saying they're macro short in a bull market. That's why I can't say nothing. I can't say the bearish ideas that I have, because I know that I would be a fool. I would be a bad captain to say that this shit's just gonna start crashing. Why would I make a guess like that when we're over the anchored VWAPs? I simply can't do that. Oh, I need a knife. 1 second. So this bull flag, I think it just hit. I'm pretty sure it just hit. Boom. Everybody who's smart is taking profits right now. It's profit taking time for a lot of people. Just because we hit that first target, you know what I'm saying? It's tempting to long and froth into this, but if you didn't get in, like if you didn't buy in at like the anchor trigger here, or like the money flow coming up, see the money flow trending to the upside, and then if we anchored VWAP our top here, we see how we came up over that. So we got a candle close over that sentiment, and oh my gosh, how brutal, ruthless. No time to react, unless you were just like here in the morning. You got to use Randy Hipper as your alarm clock and wake up in the morning, I guess, or else you miss the bull run. Good morning, guys. Like the stream. Let me shield the stream in my Discords here. Okay. I posted on Instagram in the Discord, so we'll see who pops in. And just know that I'm with you guys. You know, I know that I hope you guys are trading, but also just I hope that you know that you know, it's a stressful situation in the markets, and you only have so many breaths of air before rescue. You can't be breathing too quick or trading too quick. That's the metaphor. Is if you have you know, 6 breaths left, if you huff and puff really quick in that cold water, then you're out of air and you die in the water. When I was in my fire accident, like it was like that. Like I remember my breathing was so calm. And I think that's a big reason why I survived, because I knew that every breath mattered, that I only had so much oxygen, and only so many breaths. So yeah, don't be confusing your investing for your trading, and try to see the big picture. What's up, guys? If you truly believe that rescue is coming, that allows you to calm down. Like, I know it sounds delusional, but a lot of times in life, and they say that faith in spirituality has nothing to do with trading, but like, it's like, what do you mean? Like, you don't have faith that your investments will go up? Then why aren't you invested? Why are you invested in them then? You know? Trusting your faith, trusting what you really believe in, but like letting things play out, you know? Don't be huffing and puffing in the water, panicking because the water's cold. This is some like weird price action. Like it came up over VWAP for a second and then goes bam, and then wicks on you. Just goes to show you that when this market pumps, it's gonna pump quick. That's how you know who's in control. Is like who's got the guillotine that brings it down on the pencil necks. Right now it's the bulls. That's that anchor VWAP bias. How's everyone in the chat doing, guys? I love to see you guys in here again. External Wastegate, Zoreyes, Ricardo, Duper, what up, man? Gazgano, Political Cow, AJ, what up, bro? Dude, we're killing it over here, man. I'm eating a high protein breakfast. I'm up in a reasonable hour. And forget the price for a second. I'm up at a reasonable hour streaming with you guys. You know, it's like whatever the Bitcoin price is doing, we are raging. We are raging against the dying of the light. We didn't give up as traders. We didn't give up. We're here every goddamn day now. This game doesn't end. You think the cycle of humanity, the suffering, you think the suffering's ever gonna end? You thought you were done with old Groper once and for all? It's a never-ending cycle of hope and despair. And you're stuck in this with me. Dude, I need to get super rich and just sleep on a mat. I don't even like my king-size bed. I just want to be a monk and just sleep on a mat and just stream and punch pencil necks and just think about the Titanic all day. Every day, I just want to think about the Titanic sinking and being rescued and then sinking again. I want to imagine pencil necks tasting the wine. Eating the bread, the false bread on the false dream of the party above deck. Eli says he hasn't flopped his last grope. No, sir. No, sir. I'm a flopping groper. It's crazy. My name implies that I'm in the water, right? This is like I was actually made for this moment. Do you guys like believe me that I tell you like I was made for this moment in the markets? As someone who was rescued, I understand like a rescue. I understand the mentality of a rescue phase, being rescued, more than anyone that you guys know, more than any expert, more than any Charles Schwab motherfucker. I went through real life suffering that gives me like the market wisdom to hold on at a time like this. And I exemplified that with that cold plunge video that I did. I've been losing fat just so I can like prepare for Mike Perry and his coach to train me on the first. I don't know if I'm gonna fight Mike Perry. That sounds crazy, but I definitely want to train and just get the most out of that partnership we have with Mike and all of them. They're such a cool group of people. They're so good at what they do. It would be a shame if me or my brother, at least I need to do it, you know, like go there and show MC that we got big balls over here too, that we're not pencil necks in disguise. I know, Dustin. Yeah, dude, I don't think I'm gonna fight Platinum. I'm just not ready. Like, I don't have enough fight experience. Like, I'm definitely scrappy. I'm super driven, and like, I can definitely face someone off and talk shit, and I 100% see myself like in a winning fight. Like saying like you got wrecked and like, oh, you just hit a lower low and like oh oh, you just topped out, buddy. Like, I'll just be like using trading terminology while like mentally gaping and like physically gaping them. I'll be like intelligent while I'm destroying them. But that's all in my mind, you know. It's like, first, when you have dreams about fighting, you dream about not being able to hit at all. But then you gain that confidence and you start having dreams that you're punching like way harder than you actually would, you know. That's the phase I'm in. I'm in like I definitely feel like I'm like better than I am because I'm thinking of all the shit talking and the Jedi mind tricks and like how much smarter I am than like the average fighter. Like in terms of words. But I got a lot to learn, man. And I gotta take some punches. So I definitely believe that we're at a take profit area. I know that this looks crazy and it looks cool, and it certainly is a clue of you know, further overall continuation, but probably more of like a U shape, you know, more natural. I don't, you know, this is just a guess, but you know, it's just the first take profit point. That's really all I know that's going on right now at this point. We've lost the VWAP, so you know, there's not much overhead. Let's check that trumpet pattern that we've been looking at on the daily. How's the music volume? Yeah, I think if this continues up overall, we could get back up to like 57, like the top of this trumpet here. Just an approximation, not an exact number here. But yeah, like this, you know, in fact, you see the divergence playing out. You see like a second hump, this coming up to the top of the trumpet, and then it looks a little precarious after that, right? But yeah, I'm just thinking about like so many YouTubers over the last week that were putting out short videos, and what do they do now? What do those people do? They just told their people to short in a bull market. Remember I told you guys, like, don't listen to what the pencil necks are saying? You need to delete the extra. Like it's not that there's not enough knowledge. There's not enough smart voices in your life. It's like we have too much. There's too many people in our ear. We have too many habits, too many obligations. There's too much, too many apps, too many expectations. Like delete these assholes who don't respect you in your personal life. Delete the technology that's designed to destroy you internally and demoralize you. The demoralization technology's gotten smarter, guys. Like it's not just Jerry Springer anymore. It's way more nefarious. It's like it's so intelligently designed that you would expect that it's like aliens doing it to us. But you know, back in the 90s, they just showed us Jerry Springer, and that was enough to like lose hope in society. You know what I'm saying? So the daily came up, looking to, you know, these are even icier waters than before, because now the wave is lower despite the price being higher. What happens when the water gets colder? That's why you got to measure those breaths. You got to be, you know, like you're in that cold water. What if a wave comes over you and then you get head dunked? You know, if you were panicking already, now you're really screwed. So this music is nice and mellow and calm, and this is the music of Final Fantasy X, which is a game that like my brother and I played together like into the middle of the night as kids. This like Final Fantasy X, we go way back playing this stuff. It's the story of a father and son who are they're basically like pro traders, but instead of trading, it's a game called Blitzball. And Titus's father, Jecht, is like an all-star, a Blitzball player. But he gets sucked through a portal and goes on this like mission to save like this alternate reality. But he ends up becoming the ultimate big bad villain. Like this guy's dad like sacrifices himself to become the villain. And his son has to basically go through the same mission. He has to go through the portal and defeat his own dad, who's now the villain. And like, it's like a cycle. But by going on his journey, he like not only defeats his father, but also like vindicates his father's memory, because his father as a champion was always hard on him and always was never easy on him. And it reminds me a lot of like me and CF, like walking in the footsteps of a champion. And like, you don't get sympathy walking behind a champion. The champion has their eyes forward. And it's ironic, but you can feel alone walking in the footsteps of a champion because they're leading and they aren't looking behind. And it's up to you to follow, and you can feel alone in that journey, if that makes sense. But that's the road of a champion. I always felt like Satoshi was probably like I was like Jesuit educated, and when I grew up, like I watched like some anime and stuff, and like I played those JRPGs. I wonder if Satoshi was like similar to me, like with his with that name Satoshi Nakamoto. Like I wonder if he was like a very smart man who was like educated by like the Illuminati minded, like the Jesuits, or like the Jewish or Jesuit influence, like the same education that a lot of people in like the secret societies and like JP Morgan and stuff like are taught. But maybe he was like more of a libertarian. I'm not sure. I always wonder who Satoshi was and like what he was like, but maybe he wasn't too different from me. Yes, make sure you delete your old boyfriends. Delete your old boyfriends, delete these financial advisors, these pencil necks. This burrito's nice. Okay. Okay, so the momentum's still over. We're still over the 60 here on the 5 minute. I'm looking, what's the time frame that we've begun to tire? The momentum's really high on the 15. See, the money flow has scooped back up. And the momentum's really high still. The RSIs have just picked up. What other coins are we looking at here? Oh wow, Matic's doing good. Overall, crypto's doing great. ADA's having a little move. Oh, a little move. It just went up a little bit. Just a little bit. ETH just went up a little bit, guys. Just not that much. Just a little bit. You guys should have shorted. It's a bear market. We're gonna be in a bear market. I know what's gonna happen next, guys. You should. I was telling my people to short. I'm just kidding. Let's look at bigger time frame ETH, because Oof. You see, like, we're over these anchors. You see how these anchors just push that shit up? Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And we come up over the intraday, and then you get another little dildo follow through. If I was a pencil neck, I would feel highly violated right now. Move the camera angle up a bit. Sorry, you want to see the top of my head? I'm sorry. I know I got nice hair, dude. I'm not like one of these other bald YouTubers. I actually have a good set of hair that you actually want to see. That's what I'm interpreting here. Damn, was it only nostrils? Yeah, dude, I got a huge ass nose, and I still can't breathe right. I've been sleeping with those nose strips on my nose, and they look goofy, but they increase your oxygen by like at least 15%, right? So why wouldn't you do that? Like, if you had a chance to increase your odds of winning a trade by 15%, you would take it every time. And I feel like your sleep is more important than that. I'm sorry, Duper. I didn't mean to, whatever. You're good, bro. I respect bald. I do respect bald, especially if you've made up for it. If you've grown in other ways as a man and you're a real man, you know, like it's actually, it don't matter what you look like. That's what I love about being a man. It's tough being FloppingGroper, but I know that if I work hard every day and I show up like for my people, like, you know, everything's gonna be okay, you know? I love you guys. We're stuck together. Respect to the bald head. You know, my aunt, she's obsessed with bald guys, so maybe I'll set you up with her. She only ever was with bald guys. It was just like a different bald guy all throughout her like 20s and 30s, and she settled for a bald guy. He was like more chubby than like the other bald guys prior, but like a better guy. Still charismatic, but yeah. So, some chicks like they bald only. You know what I'm saying? See, Lolo's like, see, she's bald only. It's like lasers. These chicks are like these crypto chicks are like scalpers, bro. She's coming for your scalp. Crypto Coons, good to see you, man. Divorced for 2 years. Congratulations. I've been single for 1.5 years, and it's been great. You know, I have my emotional moments that I haven't been afraid to share you guys, but that's not because of like my like that relationship. Like, I'm completely over that. The things that I like to get super real with you, like the things that if I do ever weep, or if I am ever like, you know, worried about the future, it's about my family. It's about you know what, like I need to become a better man for my family. You know, it can't just be CF is the only guy out here slaying, you know. That's what it is. That's the pressure that I feel. You know, but I love appearing goofy, appearing lowly, appearing like you got me all figured out, you know. But I have way deeper ambitions and way deeper motivations than I can even reveal. Because I know what it means. I know what it's like to be ambitious. All you have to do is just stand in a small hole and say, I'm in a hole, and everyone around you will start shoveling dirt until you're above them. And then you keep telling them, I'm in a hole, guys, I'm in a hole. And they'll keep shoveling. And next thing you know, you're standing on a mountain, and all these pencil necks are looking up at you, and they're still shoveling because they're completely blind to, like, they're listening to your words and they're not actually seeing your life. So, you know, this is a little bit of my subconscious, partially conscious strategy to my own personal ambitions. Is I certainly am a humble guy, and I love talking about my struggles and all those things, but I open up because I know that I'm on the way to greatness. And I know that my stories inspire rich and poor alike. I'm not someone who's out of touch with anybody. You know, as evidenced by like our friendship with all sorts of people. I like to undersell myself. It's like I have that anchor. I have the anchoring bias set at the bottom, and I keep a steady baseline, and I let people underestimate me. I'm not going to set a big resistance overhead like, oh, I'm CF's brother, I have to do this and this and this, I have to prove myself. That's like, that was never, I thought long and hard for months. For a year, I hiked every single day, and I thought about everything I was going to do. I mapped out the stars before I came back to this shit. And you guys are going to have to see the rise of the FloppingGroper. And, you know, the doubters, it's so everything's so scripted, you know, as the guy who like managed CF's community and like watched it grow and like understands growth and ambition and how to rise up. I definitely feel like Littlefoot and Land Before Time, like something will happen in my life and I see the rock formation. I see the rock that looks like a long neck, and like I know I'm closer to the Great Valley. Like I see those moments. Even when it's a moment that would discourage someone else, like I see it as like one of those moments. And that's the kind of mentality that you need to keep once you start something new. That's the mentality you need. You know, like you get a setback, but it's a sign. Everything's a sign. Everything matters. Every little thing matters. We are long and hard. Actually, you know, I love the confluence of the money flow increasing with the price. That's interesting. And we got scant red money flow. These little red money flow dips on ETH's 1 hour. Very bullish. ETH was like super bullish. ETH's what I made all my money on in 2021. So this is the shit I was trading in 2021, like just buying these dips and stuff. Look at Tron. Ooh, yeah, Tron was looking good, and now it's looking even better. The money flow came up. Love to see that follow through. Love to see the bullish markets paying off for y'all. Twold says, hi FG, would you mind telling us what your orange lines are? Are they EMAs, new indicators? This is the anchored VWAP tool. So it's a stock tool on TradingView. Anyone can use it. You don't need NickCipher. But this is what I use with NickCipher to give me trend bias. It gives me a volume weighted average price to go off of, which acts as a steady guide for the price action. And you want to, so it's an anchor tool. So I'm going to pick a candle and I'm going to place this anchor at any candle that I wish. Like I'll place it here at the top of the ETH market. Or this is Tron. Let's do, okay, there it is. So do you see this orange line, bro? So this is not taking X amount of previous candles. It's volume. It's like the cumulative volume and the price at like divided by like total volume. So there's a lot of volume calculation going into this line. It's a volume weighted line. And unlike a moving average where, you know, there's X amount of previous candles, and then like when a new candle forms, the the first candle of the block falls off, and so old data becomes irrelevant with an EMA or a simple moving average. Whereas with a VWAP, that first initial data point, this candle that I anchored this to, becomes more and more important with each new candle. So this VWAP is getting stronger, more reliable than an SMA or an EMA. And also when the price pumps or whenever there's a spike in volume, this line will kind of soft adjust slightly to account for that like volume shift. But what this does is it creates a perfect visualization of the sentiment that is created by this anchor. You have this downtrend here, and we simply cannot get super bullish again until we overcome this bearish sentiment. This line, because it's a mixture of price and volume, it's like fire and water. You could almost view price as water, because like money is like water. It like flows from hand to hand. Like if you don't deserve it, it slips through your fingers. And like money is like water, you know? And CryptoFace always talks about the money flow as like water going in and out of a garden, right? Whereas volume is kind of like fire. Volume is like the potential. You know, if there's a lot of people trading it, that has the potential to move the price. So you have like fire. When you get a good interaction off of a VWAP, it feels like you're getting steam. It feels like a steam going into the engine. The elements are coming together so that like something big can happen. So it's better than just a support and resistance line. It's dynamic. To me, it really represents the heart of that downtrend, and so to see us coming up over it is a bullish sign. You know, if we get some structure over it, it could lead to continuation, and you would know why, because we overcame that bearish VWAP. And oftentimes, if you really believe in an asset, you can put an anchor at the low and delete the anchor overhead. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a mindset, like real life lesson. If there's anything overhead in life, old expectations, an old version of you, an old total capital size you used to play with, just delete that top anchor and go off this baseline instead. Instead of frothing at the mouth and FOMOing in up here, recognize that, you know, if you want this uptrend to grow and be healthy, this is what you should expect. You know what I'm saying? Like, let this come up and let a healthy market unfold. Don't just be frothing at the mouth to overcome that bearish sentiment there. You have to be kind to when something's growing, you have to be nurturing, right? You have to be kind to it. You have to like whisper to your tomatoes and squashes and telling them that they're good little vegetables, and just like you guys are good little vegetables. And so there's settings I do for anchors. What I like to do, Twold, is I don't have the bands. Like, you can enable these bands. So it's like standard deviation bands, but I read a book on anchors, and the author of the book says don't base trades and ideas off of mathematical abstractions or mathematical projections. Base your ideas off of actual VWAPs, if that makes sense. So he says not to use the standard deviations, and he also recommends that you start each anchor at the open, high, low, close divided by 4. This gives you an average, whatever candle you choose. I like to do it on the daily when I can. If it's like a medium to large term anchor, I always go on the daily chart and place the anchor. But this open, high, low, close 4 gives you the average of the open, high, the low, and the close. So you're not putting this anchor at like the very bottom of a candle or the top or the open or the close. It's a nice average. That's what's recommended. But I mean, you could experiment with doing the wicks for going up, and then like the bottom wicks for uptrends, and then the top wicks for downtrends. But I would just keep it simple, you know. Duper says Bruce Lee, baby, be water, my friend. Yes, be water. Be like the money. You gotta become the money. That's why I've become the Bitcoin. I want to be a champion for Bitcoin, and man, if there's a shortcut to me influencing the history of money, of course I'm gonna take it, because I've believed in freedom and the dollar collapsing since I was 12. You know, any chance I can get to leave my mark on history, to urinate on the stump that is the American financial system, I'm gonna take it, you know. So, you know, maybe this Mike Perry training stuff leads me down somewhere else, but I'm not sure yet. I'm just gonna see what they have in store for me. But I think that what my push-up challenge proves is that, like, you can believe in crypto and Bitcoin without spending a single dollar. And so even if everyone was broke, we could still all just join my army in the Matrix. Like, the problem is you guys are all stuck in the Matrix, and so you're not seeing the phone as just like a game that the elites are playing to control us. Like, if everybody joined my push-up army, like millions of people, we would flood the system, kind of like how Joe Biden stuffed the ballots, you know, like, or kind of like how AI art is like flooding Instagram, you know, like this is what AI does, is we flood them, we overwhelm them, we demoralize them. Do you see this mentality of the oneness of AI and how it's like it rigs systems in its favor by acting unilaterally, you know? If I could just be the crypto commander for one day, I would have everybody post 100 push-ups and we would flood the system, and something would truly actually happen. That is, and it wouldn't cost a single dollar. But because we're so atomized and intersectionalized, and we're all so different, and so we all disagree with each other, and, you know, if he's thinking this push-up challenge right now, the price must be about to dump. There's no way this guy's smart. There's no way this guy suffered through 6 years of the markets, and there's no way he understands what's happening. He must just be a fool. I have to wait until Bitcoin's at 100K to believe what he said, you know? It's like this, we're against each other. And so it's, you know, it is never going to happen, but all I can do is just post 100 push-ups a day, like Satoshi recommended I do. And like, slowly people will follow me. But like, I don't think what you guys don't understand is, like, if we all did this, we would flood the system and we would change the history of money. And it would be like me reaching through the computer screen, grabbing your face and kissing you right now. Imagine that. Just shattering the matrix. Like, I want to do that for MC. I want to do that for Bitcoin. And like, I want to, like, change the world, bro. Maybe we could. But yeah, that's the extent of my This comes from the fact that for years I was actually a World of Warcraft raid leader. So I'm very experienced at, like, commanding like 120 nerds to all do exactly as I say. This is where, like, my authoritative voice, like, comes from. Is for a long time I you know, would lead armies and, like, attack the elves and the gnomes and the humans. I would slaughter them, and I had commanders and lieutenants, and you know, I organized all that stuff. I'm basically like a Matrix lord. I'm a Matrix commander. I was built to be the person that like, I see in my head as this, like, leader of the crypto hive mind. I could actually do it if it did ever happen. Not that it ever will, but I'm not going to give up. And, like, if it did ever happen, I would, you know, you guys see that I'm disciplined, and, like, I wake up every day and I'm not distracted by drugs or a crappy girlfriend or anything like that. I'm like a monk now. I'm like Satoshi. And so like if anyone were to do that, it would be me, you know? But I'm able to see what the Matrix is clearly because I unplugged from it and I plugged myself back in. Now, like, this treadmill is the only way I go on this computer is if I'm, like, walking. Like, I'm doing this to, I'm on a mission to save my family now. I'm not gonna just, like, when the stream is over, tab over and, like, watch some Pornhub, you know? Like, those days are over. My World of Warcraft subscription is gone. I had to delete, you know? There's things that life got real. There's things that really matter. And there's a battle in the Matrix, a real battle in the Matrix that needs to be fought. We don't have time to fight fake battles. So yeah, Tron, looking good. Tron, let's look at that anchor again. So we came up over the anchor. That's some good bullish sentiment. Ethereum already showing a red candle and curving down with the yellow oscillator aiming down. Not that it's the end of an uptrend, because this RSI had just came up. You see that? Like the RSI just came up and it's tightening up. But it might have to come back down to the anchor. Ooh. ETH BTC is coming down. Bitcoin's doing really good. Do you guys think that this is gonna go like just dildo higher? I don't really think so. I think that we hit a target. So it's definitely like the people are waking up, the Americans are waking up and they're like, oh crap. They're probably thinking the party's over, you know? At least you got me to hang out with. Sean said you lost a couple of years of your life to that. Yeah, man, I totally, it's okay to talk about what they did to us as a society, man. You know, I've been open about everything that I've been going through, and like, it's important to have these conversations. Like, we're not immune to this stuff, and if you feel like that stuff is maybe hurting a relationship that you're in, like, make sure you talk about it, like, right away. Talk about it today with the person you care about. Say like, you know, this is a problem. I don't like this, and I don't want this to keep going. Like, and if they show sympathy and they're gonna help you, then that's a good relationship, you know, and you won't regret opening up about that issue, you know, even if it's not your partner, but it's like a mentor or something. Like, just, you know, open up to someone about it and like speak the truth of what's happening in your life experience out there, and that way you can hear it for yourself and you can judge it for yourself, because it's so easy to get stuck in your own habits, in the swamps, in the gulag. You're just in the I get it, bro. You're just in the gulag, bro. It's just gulag things. If we all had a plot of land and chickens and eggs, and the government was more kind to us and actually like plotted out land across the countryside for every man, we wouldn't be watching porn. We'd be productive. There'd be less porn and more corn, you know? That's what we need. Yes, dude. More corn, less porn. I definitely still jerk off. I just don't come. I'm an edgelord. That's the secret to my ambition. And you have to use your imagination. You have to just purely imagine it, even though I know your brain's probably fried, but yeah, like use your imagination and start playing with yourself, but just you don't deserve a reward. You deserve zero spiritual reward until you get where you need to go, bro. You better be an edgelord, and then when you're successful, you still got to be an edgelord, because you're not going to stay successful if you don't remain edgelord status. Nah, man, it ain't playing with fire. You gotta play with the fire, man. Scared money don't make no money, you know what I'm saying? Holy crap, look at this 6-hour candle. Oh. Is this the same height as this candle here? Damn, it's even bigger. What the hell, dude? Imagine all that drama that we were dealing with these pencil necks.
I think I made short. I entered a short.
They just got wiped out in like one wick. I think this is definitely this is some edging. BTC did not say F edging. BTC decided it's time to become an edgelord. You see what this is? This is the pain of not getting the release. This is the tension. And the price is not the orgasms, bro. The orgasms don't lead to orgasms tank your price. They tank your stock. You're taking profit on another person's body when you blow your load in them. Like, your stock raises when you control yourself and when you conquer the world for that person and then earn it. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be like cashing out your bags. You got to be an edgelord. So I think Bitcoin played it perfectly. Bitcoin went days sexually frustrated. These bulls were sexually frustrated. Now like the bull semen is like shooting out. Sorry to talk like this, but yeah, man, we're leaking. It's leaking, bro. This is how you get results in life. You gotta do what other people aren't, and delight in it, like the cold plunging or getting into fighting or getting into crypto. All this shit. There's so many things I do that like normal people don't do. It makes me feel great about myself. I'm like, yeah, I can do this shit. You guys can't do this shit. That gives you power. You actually, the pleasure of stalling your reward intentionally, like when you gain that level of control, and you can basically, you learn to just taste the bread in your mouth without even putting it in your mouth, if that makes sense. And I seen Mike Perry demonstrate this right before a fight. He will like post pictures on his Instagram of sweets like ice cream and pizza and all sorts of shit. And the me from like a year ago saw those pictures from Mike, and I started like cramming bad food in my mouth. I was like, oh my god, he's making me, because I was dieting, or not dieting, but like eating super clean. But I wasn't actually disciplined. I was just like, it was like forced, and I was still learning how to not eat junk food and stuff. And so when Mike Perry posted that stuff, I like caved, you know. But that he's demonstrating his like, it's a supreme unlock skill that you unlock at like high levels of discipline, where you just look at that picture of the pizza or the ice cream and you're like, but I don't need that, you know. If you have control over your mind, you can get that good feeling, like just purely like mentally. So the 6-hour BTC, interesting that there's still a lot of room to come up. The RSIs have pumped up, but the money flow is low. There's It's definitely, you know, we're at that first TP. I wouldn't have closed my entire long position. If I wasn't a long, if any of you guys are in a long, it would be a great place to take out half, wouldn't it? Would you guys agree? You close out half. You set a higher target, like, you know, up a little higher, maybe like take 25% out, and then your final target you have like way up here, and then you put a stop loss in profit. You let the market kick you out. That's how you play this shit. You don't just enter here because this is a compromising position. You're basically just longing the aftermath of this playing out. The height of this wick right here is can I actually like weatherman this shit? Hold on. Yo, oh, hold on. All right. You see this wick right here? This wick right here is the same height as this channel right here. It's a bull flag. A bull flag comes down and shoots up. It goes down and shoots up. And the target is usually the height of the channel. And so we hit that point, and now it's a good take profit. There you go. I'm the crypto weatherman. Damn, Solano. Where's the high pressure coming in at? Go explain that deeper, Duper. You saying like where's the price act? Where is this price action coming from, or what do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, okay, dude. I'm sorry, man. I'm stupid, man. It's a cloudy day. Sorry to rain on your parade. All hail King Duper, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I like this big angle on my face right here. I could look at Solano. Solano is like in my nose. Look, it's going up my nostril. This wick here. Go up, fucker. That's all I do when I'm not at the charts. I just like put anchors down. I don't know what the hell is going on with the price. I just put anchors down like this. And I just go like, I stand here at the computer and go. That's all I do. And then when it falls down, I go. And I start thinking like Bitcoin is a Titanic for the enemies of the US dollar, and Satoshi was a communist Illuminati pawn of the Federal Reserve. Every time the current candle is red, I think maybe Bitcoin is the Titanic, and I see all the people dying and the sinking, and everything flashed before my eyes in a matter of seconds, and I sell everything the second I see a red candle. But then when the candle's green, I think Bitcoin's the lifeboat, and the real Titanic is the US dollar. And I was just playing Bitcoin. I was just kidding. I didn't mean all that stuff. I didn't mean what I said. Satoshi was a libertarian Jesuit man for others, and he was a stoic, and he was in love. He believed in a better future. We gotta believe that. We gotta believe Satoshi was a good guy. You know? Jesus, it's pumping still. Matic's going up good. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, this is so precarious, guys. You know, it's likely that we maybe come up a little bit more, but you start seeing the overall divergence. Like basically you have the anchor wave, but then you get the trigger wave, you know what I'm saying? So like it's likely that we get some play at these levels and then we go down. I don't know why I'm coughing. It's this burrito, bro. It's this Mexican food. I need an ice cold glass of water. I'll be right back. Make sure you guys are drinking water. What's up? I had to get some water. I was like coughing nonstop. Chris Major, what's up, bro? Let me wrench you guys. Have I wrenched you guys yet? Add as mod. You know, I've done pretty good with my little community without using any mods. Everything has just been me. I closed my VIP, by the way, because I got this Mike Perry stuff happening. There's no more room on the lifeboats. 70 students is enough for me. And $90 for 3 months is not enough for the people who come into my group from this point forward. Everyone else who's been here already, I happily work and do everything that I've done for that amount, because you guys have been here and you deserved me all along. I was like paying debts, you know. But to the new people, like, I don't know them, I don't really owe them anything. Like, I gotta value myself and my time. That way I can potentially hire people to make my group better. And this is an important part of progression, you know, like charging what you're worth and stuff. So I'll reopen the VIP at a future date at a better price. And then the VIPs that are in there can feel special. I want them to feel special. Let me give you a wrench. I'm giving Chris Major and Coons, I'm giving you guys mod. So the Discord is actually, like, you could still link the Discord to people and you can actually still get into the Discord for $90. It's just that I removed the link from my Instagram and my YouTube. And so if you guys personally know anybody who you think would benefit from like my presence in the markets, you know, you can share the link. I really don't care. Like, it is still there and still works for $90. You know what I'm saying? If anyone does need the link and you're in like the MC Discord, just, I guess, reach out to me, and I'll get you in today or tomorrow for 90 still. But I've removed it from like the public. I don't want people on Instagram seeing that like I have a VIP group. I just want them to see that, like, I'm a market cipher guy, because I'm going to train with Mike. I might get some exposure on this trip, and I just want to keep it simple. You know, I don't want to bombard anyone who meets me or looks at me with, like, that I have this $90 VIP. It's like, is he broke or something? Like, that's not what I am. This all happened for complex reasons the way it did. I can't have people think in a certain way. And I don't want people who know nothing about crypto getting into like an intermediate level like trade group, you know? I'm actually not personally ready for like super noobs, like people who know nothing about trading. I don't have like video courses and things to like actually help and arm those people as much as other people do. My stuff's really more geared to like intermediate, like people who understand MC and risk management already and kind of need like just the mentality or the presence or the leadership to keep them active. All right, I'm gonna look at Luna. Shabby Steam, I'm gonna look at Luna. In fact, let me add that to my watch list here. I love how strongly we come over the intraday. We overcome that intraday sentiment. Let's put an anchor here. Look, we gained structure on the downward sentiment. Bullish on the 5-minute. Money flow coming up. Momentum going into runaway train mode. RSI's tightening. Even on the 15-minute, the money flow's coming up. Momentum, nice momentum uptrend. It looks like on the overall on Luna, we've come down quite a bit. This changes the overall perspective. As I zoom out on Luna, I'm not familiar with this chart. In fact, let me start. I'm sorry. Let me eagle eye this whole thing here. So on the weekly on Luna, let's see what this sentiment. This is messed up. This is we can't use this VWAP. We would have to come all the way up to, I guess, $32 to undo the mental damage that this shit caused, whatever the hell that was. Does anyone know what that was? I would say this top is probably more realistic. Yeah, see that? We already hit it once, so the bulls are assaulting the downward sentiment. That being said, we're under it, and so I wouldn't. You're basically trying to call the future by being bullish on Luna, because it's a descending VWAP. Like this anchor is headed down, right? So it's more likely that the price goes down as well. If the VWAP was aiming up and we were over the VWAP, you could at least like try to get a nice fair price down here and try to catch an uptrend on an ascending VWAP. That is like that's the kind of long that you want to search for. But I get that you want to like buy something when it's cheap, you know. It's a delicate balance of buying the dip and buying strength after the dip. I think it's important to recognize dips, perhaps dip your toe in on the dip, but I wouldn't risk big unless all the cards were stacked in my favor. Bull market, bull VWAP, bullish price structure, bullish everything. So Luna has some splaining to do. On the weekly, at least. As for the daily, I love this music. I feel like I really am in the Matrix with you guys. Like, I'm Neo. We're solving puzzles and shit. We're Cypher wizards solving puzzles. So on the daily, we got the mama waves. We would like to see a little, you know what I'm saying, a little trigger wave. This has some maturation to do. There's some stewing, some metastasizing. There's things happening. Paint is drying, you know. But this should create some better wave structure down here. We are kind of starting to see like a desert form up here, so like you could start seeing waves forming more on the bottom, which would give you more confidence on this long. But like psychologically, this could represent a bottom. It would take time to play out, and like this wouldn't be, it may not be the real bottom, but from a momentum standpoint, it's like a momentum bottom, if that makes sense. So while there may be like a larger divergence at play with Luna, because we are under this descending VWAP and it's looking quite you know, bleak, there is maybe a better way to look at this. Like maybe we could put an anchor at the bottom. Even when we put an anchor at the bottom, look what's happening. We're in the gulag. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really a big fan of the Luna price, even though this is like, it could be considered cheap. I don't know anything about this project, and we're under 2 macro VWAPs for now. So that's my take on Luna, is like, you know. Does anyone else have another chart they want me to look at? James Hendricks says, this is my first stream with you and the philosophy goes deep. I've had MC for 1.5 years and still horrible, but getting better every day. Yeah, man, I'm glad that you know, it's good to remain humble and you know, you got to roll with the punches. And like, I was the FloppingGroper. I am the FloppingGroper. Like, I came into this space accepting that I'm an idiot, you know. I'm that guy flopping around in the cold waters, panicking and demanding rescue, demanding spiritual reward in the markets. And so your journey is the same as mine, James. The journey of understanding and learning how to measure your breaths in the market, and you know, not mix up your investing from your trading. Just to share with you guys a little bit about, like, you know, my trajectory. I always saw myself as like an ETH scalper, but as my like deeper purpose is revealing, like becoming like a masculinity figure, I don't really like have the time to trade, but I can still use NickCipher to invest. I might come out with like a DCA strategy using NickCipher and VWAPs, a way to get like a good price every day, to like slowly buy in or slowly exit a market from an investment standpoint. And that might help some of you guys who have like, who you guys yourselves are on like some deeper life missions that have more to do with trading. And I've seen a lot of successful people who like are now living in Dubai. They go from trading and they transition over to investing in the empowered individual. This is a path that I'm taking myself, that I discovered myself, but as I do my research as into other people like me, this is the path that like people take. You graduate from a soldier in the trenches, you know, pew pew, like you prove that you have accuracy, you prove you know your stuff. But as your platform elevates, as your voice elevates, like you're just needed elsewhere. Like, do you have the commander on the front lines? No, the commander has to hold back, even though he may be gung-ho and he may want to be in the trenches with his soldiers. He's more useful behind the scenes. So this is like a concept that like transcends trading and investing. It's like all across humanity. Like, you start off doing the hard shit and you graduate to the more interesting stuff. taking things slow, remaining the role of keeping the role of a market observer allows you to survive multiple Titanic sinkings. So I guess that's my advice to you, bro, is never ever let your trading affect the long-term investing, because when the trading stops, you're still going to be investing. You're never going to quit investing, right? But trading comes and goes. Trading will come and go. Investing never ends. Investing is 100% the key to in the empowered individualism. Slowly increasing your exposure to Bitcoin, to better forms of money than the dollar, getting in shape, spiritually detaching, reattaching, figuring your life out, finding the person you're gonna marry and have kids and be successful, you know? Don't subscribe to these like doomer ideas and blow your accounts, and that's why you guys got to unsubscribe from all these pencil necks giving you plays every single day, and just go with the trend, bro. Just chill out and start chasing your real life mission, and like see the charts as something you're passionate about. That's really it, you know? Yeah, stay detached, unemotional, invest for the future. You know, it's like I always say, like, I am emotional and I'm investing. Like I love the things I invest in. I am emotional and passionate. I don't think it's about being unemotional. In fact, I think following your heart, your gut, is really important. It's just manage your risk, you know? Telling people to be unemotional it just seems like that sounds negative. Like, we gotta watch our language. I don't even like the word traitor because it sounds like traitor, like a traitor to my country. Like, be mindful of the word that's coming out of your mouth, like being unemotional. What if someone's having a hard day and you're just like, you know, that doesn't mean they couldn't trade. If they have a system in place, like a risk management system, and they had a tough day, that doesn't stop them from trading. Just like how if you're the press secretary of the president and your wife just died, like, you're still going to go to work. You know, that man is emotional on the podium. He's just doing his job. It's okay to be emotional, but there's just big no-nos, like don't revenge trade. You have to have systems. Have a system in place that prevents you losing your investment. And it's not even about being detached. It's about like maintaining an observer perspective. Like, God views reality from an observer perspective. Is he detached from reality? Like, not really. He's a big part of reality. He's like fully invested in reality. He's the creator of reality, you know? So he's not detached. Be mindful of that language that we tell people. Like, telling people words such as detachment and no emotion and all these things. Like, you guys need to be hyped up and happy and excited to trade. Like, I'm trying to hype you guys up, you know what I'm saying? So there's a way to talk about things like the pencil necks don't. Let me get some more water. Okay. How's that render coin doing? Oh, you want to do link? Let's do link. Yeah, screw render. Oh, look at link. Oh my gosh. Good to see link coming back up. Big momentum desert on the daily here, so we're looking for these little bullish trigger waves. The RSI is bouncing off the 60, still ascending. Yellow oscillator crossing up. Money flow's looking thin though. This is a really intriguing demonstration of how just because the money flow's falling doesn't mean the price has to go down. The price can go up still, and the money flow can just continue to trend down in a time frame you didn't expect. This is bull pump-amentals. This is bull market psychology, bull market cipher B. You know what I'm saying? In an environment where price goes up, like the price environment matters more than market cipher. Market cipher is like feminine. It bends and reacts to what the price is doing and to what the VWAPs are doing. The VWAPs and the price are like masculine. Like, it is what it is. Price is the final arbiter. You know, it doesn't matter what the oscillators are saying if the price just hit your liquidation level and you're flopping and groping, you know? And the anchored VWAPs like tend to really like attract or repel price in a convincing fashion. Whereas market cipher can justify your delusions a little bit. It certainly increases your win rate on your trades. But yeah, I love that we can still come up higher, even with the reduced money flow. Who knows how much energy it's got left? Let me zoom in a little bit. 10-minute momentum. Looking at it might slip under the 60. Okay, so we got this money flow trending up. It looks like this money flow trend could play out further. This could lead to an overall money flow trend where the money flow does come up, for sure. The RSIs have come up. The RSIs have shown strength. Here's some anchor trigger action on the 2 hour. We got the mama waves and we got the trigger wave. RSI's coming up. On the 4 hour, we haven't gotten the trigger wave yet. But you do have the momentum bottom right there in an uptrend. It's pretty promising. You want to see the trigger wave, but sometimes the trigger wave doesn't come until later, you know? Yeah. $12-hour ascending. Nice little gap here on the RSIs that we'll need to fill. So I own Link. I own a good amount of Link. I swapped ETH for Link last summer at like the perfect time to swap ETH for Link. Like, I was very proud of my ETH swap. So I'm a little emotional invested in Link. I'm certainly bullish on it, but and we did get a trigger wave. But I can't deny that the money flow is coming down on the daily. The 5 days looking divergent. It actually looks a little precarious, like with this div here. Momentum coming down, price coming up. On the macro, Link macro. Even on the 2 week, see this, like if this 2 week closes, the this red dot on the 2-week forms. How far did we come up? Yeah, I mean, we came up substantially. Like, it would be nice if we could come down, get some cheaper link down here at like 11 bucks at some point, you know? That would be like, you know, that would be nice, but who knows? What else do you guys want me to look at? Check up the chart for super. What's super? We overcame some of these anchors. Guy gave some structure on that anchor. This was a sick long right here on super. Is this why you're asking me to look at this, bro? Because like this was a sick setup on super. If you are someone who uses anchored VWAP, like I love how it just like it trended on the anchor like more clean than any other crypto that I've seen so far today. It was just very like, you know, just buy on that anchor and it'll just go up eventually, you know? This is like a prime scenario of an anchor acting as like meaningful support, you know? Good coin pick, bro. This is a great, this play played out great. Holy moly, that 12 hour. Yeah, that pumped hard. Okay, so on the smaller time frames like today, we had some good bullish intraday price action. We came up over the VWAP. It began to slightly ascend. The long played out. We're still in an ascending VWAP at this point, and so like there was a little moment where the VWAP was sloping down, but as soon as we gain traction and we get like 2 candles, the line starts, the VWAP is on its way up again. It's an upward slope, and then you get the deeper follow through. Then it crashes down and the VWAP is sideways again, so we get a consolidation. And then as the VWAP start creeping up again, you get a little more follow through. And so you guys see the pattern of the intraday. You know, if it's in like an upward slope position, it's more likely for price to have a little bounce on it. And you can get those little, you can scalp your profits. Yeah. Hopefully that little tip about the slope of the VWAP really helps you guys. It at least will tell you what not to do. It'll at least tell you not to long when under a descending VWAP, right? You kind of want to long when you're over an ascending VWAP. Yeah, so super did pretty super. AKT, I've never heard of this one. Damn. Oh man, look at that chart. Just to give you an idea of anchoring bias, like how strong it can be. I'm also almost at 2 miles. I'm at 1.7 miles. So like, imagine you're putting anchors at all these lows. Like all this stuff, like all these lows during all these little points, you're putting anchors. Why would you short this at any point? Why? Like why? If like, don't listen to any pencil neck telling you to go short when we're above 5-day anchors. You see what I'm saying? You would only short this market if we were below these anchors. Does that make sense? The trend is your friend until the end. And this concept like really matters in strong uptrends. You have to abide by this mindset. You can't have this mindset of I'm gonna tell the future, I'm gonna pop off on YouTube, I'm gonna be the crystal ball guy. going against the trend like that, you're basically playing Russian roulette with yourself, because it's only a matter of time before you and all the people that you get in that trade go underwater. You can't make, it's irresponsible to make calls like that unless we're under the macro VWAPs. And I've evolved to think this way about markets because, like, I've realized that, like, my words have weight. Like, I see myself as just a guy, just like the common man, just like you guys. So, but I know that, like, my voice has weight. When I say something, like, you're inclined to, like, go do it that day on the chart somehow. Apply the things that I've said, even if it's just like a spiritual truth about markets. Like, you'll try to take that truth that I've given you and, like, apply it directly to action today, so, like, my words have weight, and so I have to be very careful about, making, like, stupid calls. And I don't want to disappoint my brother by like shorting a trend that's going up. I don't want to disappoint you guys or get you guys into trouble. I just want to help you guys build a good trading mentality for yourselves. I don't necessarily want you to, like, be in this stream with me every day. As soon as you feel confident in your strategy, like, it's kind of like Beaky the Buzzard. Let me look that shit up. You guys know Beaky the Buzzard? You guys see this guy? This is you guys.
Killer, what are you waiting for? Get a move on. Get going.
That's you.
Scram.
No.
See, this is you. You love hanging out with FG. This is FG the Buzzard. I'm a vulture neck. I'm a big vulture neck.
Well, at least go out and get a little rabbit or something.
Look at his neck, dude. Look at that neck. Look at that. Look, she kicks him out. See, he can fly. See, he can trade on his own. He's a little slow, but that's a timeless lesson. A timeless lesson in venturing forth, turning your back to the very people who you once sought the approval of. Turn your back to them and diverge, And if you ever did that in reference to me, like, I would be happy for you. I'd be the mama buzzard, and I'd be like, I'm basically here like, scram, because I don't want anyone to be dependent on me, Yeah, so don't. Well, it's okay to be a beaky buzzard. It's okay to be a bird in the roost. I like it having you guys roost with me. I like chewing up the food and spitting it in your mouths, and you're like, feed me, It is fun for me, but there will be a constant inflow. If I'm doing my job right, there's a constant inflow of new students, and you guys are venturing out and you learn to do your own thing. But also I try to be entertaining too, so that if you do just have nothing else to do but hang out, then we're in here having fun. Lolo says, I was that way with my personal training clients. They don't need me to work out all the time. Yeah. You want to arm them. You want to light their candle. If you're a good teacher, you want to light people's candles. I don't want to. Brumbelow says, are we good? Is the stream okay? Okay. David Brumbelow says, something I found out the hard way is when I'm heavy trading in the market groove, I do not listen to live influencers who can make me question or second guess what I'm trading. Good, man, good. Yeah, you gotta delete the extra fluff, these voices. Because it's not the charts. You know how to read the charts. You know how to trade. You know. And an influencer's like requirement to entertain and reflect what the crowd is saying. It's like Hitler talking to the public. Like I almost become you guys. You know, like the streamer will like become his own chat, and may become untrustworthy. The chat too. Yeah, sorry about that lag spike. Okay, I'm done looking at AKT. This definitely pumped up. We're over the anchors. It's in an uptrend. On the small time frames, momentum definitely fell off, but we got some big wicks here. I definitely would have taken some profit right there. I would have taken half and let the rest go up higher. Let's look at VeChain. What is that? VEC. What's VeChain again? VE. What's VeChain's ticker again? I can't. I'm like spacing out. VE. The hell is it? VET. Yeah. The daily had a really great, man, if this candle closes, that's a good daily close. The yellow oscillator crossing zero, redemption from underneath the 60 line. Very interesting. The RSI is coming back up on VeChain. It looks like a lot of volume came in to VeChain, and it pulled the anchored VWAP up sharply. Look at that. Look at how this anchor ripped up and caught right back up to the price action. This implies a lot of volume that went into pushing VeChain up for it to drag the VWAP up so sharply. It almost looks like a daily reset, doesn't it? I never even seen a VWAP pump up this sharply. And then we get the entry off that, and it just goes up more. Intriguing action on VeChain. We haven't gotten the larger trigger wave underneath here for an even shorter long play, but we did get the market bottom in an uptrend. This was an amazing call by NickCipher back here, and then we had a really great follow through. I see why you guys have me looking at VeChain every day. Like the chart's been looking real nice. And as long as it stays over the intraday, it's okay. It's just we're approaching the top of the range. Actually, it's another coin where it's like time to take profits, take out half. You know what I'm saying? Sky Chima says, I learned to play piano because of this song. That's so cool, dude. You know, I learned how to play this piano song too. I grew up listening to this game and this song, and it's one of the first songs I learned on the piano. I have to practice it again, but we're the same, bro. You if I'm Satoshi and I know this song on the piano, that makes you're Satoshi too. We're all Satoshi. I love this music. I love this game. I don't have time for games anymore, but I'm still nostalgic about the high percentage of my life I spent playing video games. I've been practicing in the Matrix for this part of my life, my whole life. I haven't relaxed since I was 4 years old. My brain has just been for like my entire life, because like my idea of relaxing is in the Matrix. But when I played FFX, that game that's a game that is not only epic, and the story is like transcendental and truly epic and meaningful, but it's also a relaxing game to play. So if you did ever want to play a game, an old school game on like an emulator or some shit, definitely check out FFX. And I know you guys probably like a lot of those other Final Fantasy games, but I haven't really liked how those games evolved. I really like the voice actors of it's like James Arnold Taylor voice acts in that game, and it was they took that game really seriously with great voice actors and a great story. Duper says Elizabeth Warren is Satoshi. Hell nah, dude. Elizabeth Warren is like the opposite of what I'm attracted to. Sky says, way beyond its time on release, and the story was long and extremely heartbreaking but epic. Yeah, man. You only have like 3 points in your life you can cry, and I like exhausted all 3 of them playing that game. I was like, oh, I can't cry anymore. Dang it. FF is a classic, and Shenmue 2. I don't know Shenmue. But yeah, this song playing right now, imagine a future city with flying cars, Bitcoin is the future. There's whole new sports that we play, you know, like it's like soccer underwater while flying, you know. It's just the future. It's like a point in the future that's hard for us to see now, but yeah, like a glowing, shining, magical city where the technology seems like magic, you know, like things are hovering and all this stuff, and that's where FF10 starts. But it very quickly is the destruction of that metropolis. That metropolis gets destroyed, and they basically get blasted to the Stone Age, and the majority of the game is them on a map that feels like you're going to the Philippines or like the Indian Ocean, you know, like it's very tropical and not medieval. It's not a medieval setting. It's very like oceanic and tropical setting, and it's definitely like a different vibe, a relaxing vibe. You get that juxtaposition of I love that idea of that the past was more technologically advanced than the future. That's a really like interesting concept, and I wonder if humanity is already at that point. Like people think about that, like aliens created the pyramids, like there were points in history where we were more advanced than we are now, and this whole blasting back to the Stone Age concept may have already happened a couple times, and that's why we rediscover things so quickly or something. Or it could happen in the future. Duper says we need an updated nursery rhymes. Oh, dude. You know, I'm not with the chick that helped me voice that video, which makes it so much better. Because like in that video, I'm like, baby, don't get into crypto kitties because, you know, one of us needs to stay out of this in case the ETFs never get approved. And she didn't believe in Bitcoin and NickCipher and FloppingGroper, and like, it's just funny that now the ETFs are approved. And yeah, that's kind of her loss, you know what I'm saying? She let go right before the rescue phase. But I hope she's happy. I still love that video too. I watch it and I think back fondly of that time, educating that wave of millions of individuals just like myself who just wanted to learn more about the markets and take control of their lives. And I was a part of that wave. I'm so blessed to be a part of that wave, and I definitely have like meditated on the loss and the struggle of all that and what we went through. It weighs pretty heavy, but it's also a fond time in my mind. It's so interesting that the world of crypto allows regular people to rise up and champion it. It allows anybody to participate in the history of money. It's money itself. I left a mark on the history of money already. I'm not done though. Crypto Coon says raccoons are the new dogs. Yeah, you're a little biased though, bro. Don't you think you're a little biased, Crypto Coons? Like someone else, you need someone else to vouch for that. You can't just be Crypto Coons and say go raccoons. You know? It's not very convincing. But I seen those videos of the little coons and like you feed them a stick of cheese and like they love it. They grab it with their two hands. They have like opposable thumbs. They're human. They're little humans. They're so interesting. Raccoon lives matter, dude. What the? All right. You want me to look at Jesus? Is there a coin called Jesus? Oh yeah, that's a wonderful chart. Thanks for making me look at this one. What am I at here? Oh, I'm over 2 miles. I'm gonna. All right, you guys got one last round of questions. Any last questions before I get out for today? I gotta make some phone calls. I handle some stuff, and I got my trip with Mike Perry. I gotta leave on the 29th, so. I'm not sure if I'll stream tomorrow. I will try to stream tomorrow. But yeah, any last questions for me, guys, before I say I love you and that I have to go? VIP's closed for now. Make sure you guys like the stream, please. Like the stream. Comment on the stream, your favorite part of the stream. Follow my NickCipher Instagram if you want to keep up with my 100 push-ups a day challenge. My quest to become the commander of crypto and lead a money revolution without spending a single dime, because I believe in the empowered individual and the power of the human mind. So yeah, go ahead and do all that and focus on your discipline. Make sure you hug and kiss the people you love, and if you have a good day in trading, it doesn't matter. Like, you still gotta love your family. You still gotta do 100 push-ups. If you have a bad day in trading, it doesn't matter. You still gotta love your family, and you still gotta do 100 push-ups. Because you gotta remember that, like, you're doing this because you believe in a better future. You gotta stick to your guns and not lose faith and not lose sight of that better future. And you got to be working at this from multiple angles. It's this money is not going to solve all your problems. This is one part of the picture. It's better that you're here with me than watching porn and doing drugs. Like, that's a really good start, but there's more to it. You know what I'm saying? And I hope to show you guys that myself. The VIP will open again when things have settled down with Mike Perry by like March 7th, and I can figure out exactly how much that I want to charge for new people coming in. But if you're not in, I'll still get you in. If you're in the MC group and you haven't joined my VIP, it's not that I give a lot of like trades or anything, but I'm there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like your coach. I answer questions. You could always open a ticket and ask me anything you want. Or if you just want to schedule a consultation, I can do that too. If you just want some one-on-one time. But I will let the MC folks into my group for $90 for 3 months still. It's not on my Instagram and it's not on my YouTube descriptions anymore. So it's just like not open to the public for now. There's just not enough room on the lifeboats. So yeah, thank you guys. Thanks for the support. Thanks for using MC, and love you guys. Thank you so much. Have a good one.